subject to hell.
A toddler abused and murdered. A child protection system failing to do its most important job. Tonight, a Care 11 investigation and a warning. This report does contain offensive language.
You can't save your sister because nobody will listen to you.
Here.
Layla Jackson.
Here is where a little boy named Devontae visits the baby sister he tried to save.
He was telling the truth. Did nobody listen to him?
No one listened to what was happening behind the walls of this Scott County home where Hennepin County placed Devontae and his little sister Layla in foster care.
Do you think it's cool to scream white power to a baby? Yeah.
The man screaming white power at a black and Native American child? Jason Betlock. His abuse far beyond racist taunts. Some of it discussed in videos taken by Jason's wife Jessica, who wasn't charged, even though she knew.
And you made Layla's face black and blue. Okay. Cool.
Just one day after Layla's grandmother took this video,
Come to grandma. Good Monday.
the girl was violently shaken, causing trauma to her brain. Jason is now serving a 30-year murder sentence. Scott County Sheriff's investigators also discovered text messages between the Betlocks about the abuse. Even how Jason wrote the word loser on little Layla's face, and the couple's concern, Devontae will probably tell someone. He did. Neither social workers or even his mom believed him until it was too late.
No child should have to go through that.
Latasha Bacon's children were in foster care because they'd been removed by Hennepin County Child Protection in March 2018. County files show Layla's leg was broken. Doctors said it was abuse. The offender was unknown, but caseworkers said Latasha failed to provide a safe environment. The court agreed, and the county took custody of the kids, placing them with family friend Jessica Betlack and her husband Jason, while Latasha went through the court-ordered steps to get her kids back. 4 months later, she got a call. Layla was in the hospital, brain dead.
My little baby girl.
They were waiting for her to arrive before they ended life support.
She's gone. And I just don't understand how you say you're going to do a better job, but now my baby's dead.
This is not just a story about a bad person doing horrible things. Our investigation also found that government agencies responsible for protecting the kids repeatedly failed to follow the law, putting vulnerable children in danger.
Voiceless victims shouldn't be allowed to die because somebody didn't do their job.
Attorney Jeff Montpettit recently brought a federal lawsuit on behalf of a trustee for Layla's family. It claims Hennepin and Scott County social workers failed their legal requirements, leaving Layla racially harassed, mocked, beaten, and then murdered.
If people are doing their jobs correctly and is doing what is expected of them, both under policy and under law, we're not talking today.
There were numerous failures in Layla's case, alleged by the lawsuit and revealed by Carol Levin's review of county records. Example, obvious safety hazards, such as firearms and ammo left out in the open, repeatedly noted, but never fixed. Legally required foster parent orientation, including training on cultural and racial bias, never done. And what appears to be a total failure by the foster parents to tell the truth about their backgrounds. 22 days after the kids were placed in their home, they signed these documents, both checking no, they never had criminal charges or convictions, never been arrested, never abused alcohol or used illegal substances. But a quick background check shows Jason had convictions for DWI, possession of drug paraphernalia, and theft. Jessica also had several arrests and convictions, including for disorderly conduct. Did officials ever do that simple background check? They won't say. When we asked for interviews, Hennepin County told us, while we cannot comment on pending litigation, the death of any child is always tragic. Scott County referred our questions to an attorney who never responded to a request for comment.
That's a duty of a county to follow up and vet the people that they're placing voiceless victims to. That's their job. And when they don't do that, it's a failure. It's a catastrophic failure.
The death of Layla, not the first catastrophic foster care failure involving Hennepin County. Hennepin was sued last year, accused of missing numerous red flags before the death of 3-year-old Ariana Hunsaker, murdered by her foster parents, who starved her and left her tied to a bed for hours. As part of a federal court settlement of a class action case involving earlier failures, Hennepin is in the process of analyzing its foster care system to determine what contributed to the abuse and improvements needed to be made.
Regardless of why those kids ended up in child protection's custody, it's not okay for them to be dead there.
Latasha has her son back and is now working as a parent mentor for other families dealing with child protection.
That's hard.
But still wrestles with how the system supposed to protect kids so badly failed her daughter.
I miss him too. I miss him a lot.
For Care 11 Investigates, I'm AJ Legault.